suffocating with silence. Her children surrounded her, their faces mirrors of her own grief. They had been waiting for her, hoping for answers, but there were none, only loss. She tried to speak, but her chest felt constricted, as if a fist had wrapped around her lungs and was squeezing. The air grew thinner, her heart pounded erratically. And then a sharp, burning pain radiated from her chest, wrapping around her ribs like a vice. "I can't breathe," she gasped, clutching at herself as panic clawed its way up her throat. Her daughter ran to get water, but by the time she returned, Lauren could no longer draw in air. Her body refused, her mind refused. The weight of grief had turned physical, crushing her from the inside out. Her lips moved soundlessly. Help. Her children's screams blurred as the world went black. The hospital lights were blinding, sterile, and cruel. Machines beeped in a steady rhythm, a sound that tethered her to life. The doctors spoke in hushed voices, whispering heart attack in tones dripping with pity. They shuffled her to another hospital, J.W. Memorial, where a specialist could handle her serious cardiac condition. Dr. Conrad Falinger had seen heart attacks before. He had seen devastation before. But when he looked at Lauren's children, their eyes hollow, their bodies stiff with the weight of their father's death, he knew this was different. Lauren's tests were strange. Her heart was failing, but not in a way he had ever seen. There were no blockages, no clots, no logical reason why her heart was shutting down. He sat in his office, staring at the scans, feeling the dread build in his gut. What was he missing? And then, an epiphany, a memory of an obscure medical article, a condition so rare it was almost dismissed as myth. Dr. Falinger rushed to Lauren's room, gathering her children around. "Talk to her," he urged. "Tell her you love her. Keep her here." Then he administered a drug to stabilize her blood pressure and left them to do the real work. Her children leaned in, their voices trembling but determined. They whispered to her, told her stories, begged her to stay, and somehow she did. Days later, when she finally opened her eyes, she described it. The pull of something dark, something final, the sense of slipping away. And then, through the void, she heard their voices, her children, calling her back. And she had clung to those voices like a lifeline. Lauren had suffered from broken heart syndrome, stress cardiomyopathy, a condition where extreme grief literally paralyzes the heart. It mimics a heart attack, but there is no blockage, no disease, only raw, unrelenting heartbreak. She had almost died, not from illness, not from injury, but from love lost. She survived only because she was loved enough to be pulled back from the brink. Even now, years later, when the night is too quiet and the world too still, she sometimes feels it, the ghostly echo of Dan's absence pressing against her chest. The ache that never fully fades. A heart once broken never truly heals. The nightmare that became reality. The night air was cool and crisp as Brian Thomas and his beloved wife Christine strolled hand in hand along the Welsh coastline. The moon hung low in the sky, its silver reflection shimmering across the restless waves. The sight was breathtaking, a picture of serenity, but it was nothing compared to the beauty of Christine. Brian watched her, the woman he had spent over 4 decades with, and felt something stirred deep inside him. Love, gratitude, a newfound appreciation. Only weeks earlier, he had nearly lost her. The doctors had suspected cancer. The agonizing wait for test results had eaten him alive. But when the news came that she was cancer-free, Brian felt as if he had been given a second chance, not just at life, but at life.